Hey guys, it's TF. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action and figure review. This is going to be of the Bandai Tamashii Nations S.H. FIguarts Naruto Shippuden Naruto Uzumaki, the Jinchuuriki Entrusted with Hope. I haven't seen Naruto yet.
Move this man!
Yes, I know. I will get to it eventually. Ace, aka Animated Heroes, has told me I need to watch it. One of my best friends since high school has told me I need to watch it. So why am I reviewing this and why did I buy it if I didn't watch the show? Well, I wanted to review what is probably when it comes to articulated anime figures, one of the biggest releases for anime figures this year, which is the return of the S.H. FIguarts Naruto line. And I bought it because this line needs support. They kind of axed this line off a while ago and just stopped making figures for a couple years. And now they're back making new figures. They just teased Kakashi, so that's sick. Anything to support this line for the fans who really have been wanting new Naruto figures, hey, I'm all for it. And this one wasn't too expensive either, so I'm fine with just reviewing it. If I like it and it makes me want to watch the show, that's even a better incentive to actually start watching, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's just go ahead and talk about the packaging. It's very nice packaging. Top left says S.H. FIguarts. Get the figure in the box with some of the contents you see there, as well as a yellow backdrop right there. Bottom half, what you've seen on the right side there, as you can see, is an image of the figure right there with some cool like lines painted on there. That's really sick. As well as it says Naruto Uzumaki over on the left. You also have the Pero sticker. I believe that's how you're supposed to say. That's the studio. You also have Naruto Shippuden, Tamashii Nations, and the Bandai logos. On this side, I believe that's the hiragana for Naruto Uzumaki. And then on the very top, it does say S.H. FIguarts. On the bottom there, there's an image of Naruto. On this side, you have a image of the figure just standing right there. Again, the name of the character in S.H. FIguarts. On the top here, it's actually a read-up of what the S.H. FIguarts line is. So that's pretty cool there. And it does say S.H. FIguarts on the left there. On the bottom here, again, just S.H. FIguarts Naruto again. An image of Naruto with some accessories right there. Here's a wide shot of the back right there. When we look at the top half, all these different poses and accessories being used for the figure right there. All of it looking really sick. Bottom half here, it says ages 15 and up. There's a barcode in case you need it. Bandai Spirit's website as well. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. Here's the figure right out of the box, and I gotta be honest, it's actually a really sick figure. I haven't messed around with it too much, but from what I've been dealing with this figure right now, it is a very fun figure. I don't own it, but from what I can tell, this does look better than the best selection version that just got re-released. Now, with my particular figure here, there are some nitpicks I need to talk about. Let's talk about the accessories, then we'll take a close look at the figure. Like always, Tamashii Nations gives you an S.H. FIguarts instruction manual when you're handling your figure. Just give me a quick look at some of the stuff going on here. Has some of these different alternate parts. The arms assembly. It does display what exactly all the parts are on here, all different faces, the hands and whatnot. So for the price you're paying for this figure, which is like 35 to 40 bucks, you're getting a lot of really nice stuff. Now, I did look up some things just to make sure I got certain accessories right, okay? So try not to yell at me too much in the comments. First of all, let's start with this. This is this open hand that does have this peg hole right there. All these hands have the similar type of basically this molding to it. The way it's like on the back, and you can see it's a little bit shinier on the back of the hands. Kind of shinier in the hands here too, but it's not as shiny at the back of the hands. But all this is consistent with all the rest of the hands. You can also, well, like the camera might be a little too bright for some reason, but you can also see the fingernails right there. Now, this is the Rasengan right here, which has some really nice, I probably pronounced that wrong too, but it has a really nice like light blue paint going throughout the, you know, it's a pretty light blue translucent plastic on here as well. Really nice wave sculpted on here too. And then the way that it's shaped, you just fit it in the hand like so, and it stays in there pretty nicely. We have regular open hands, as you can see here. So you do relaxed hands, or you can do, you know, getting ready to attack, open type hands. Here are these hands, the jutsu hands, the index and ring finger sticking out. You do, I'm not even going to attempt to name what that pose would be that he does on the box. Remember, I don't watch the show. Some of you are going to be so mad in the comments. But anyway, we do also have
these gripped hands that are meant for holding the kunai. So that's pretty cool. If you have some other accessories you want laying around he can maybe hold, there you go. He has the option to hold some weapons. Speaking of the weapon that I just dropped, the kunai looks really nice. There's this really nice light brown paint on the handle there, which looks like some black is bleeding through a little bit. The rest of it, though, has this really nice detail in the actual plastic, as you can see, making it look like actual metal. I wouldn't say it has metallic paint, but it's the way that it's textured looks metallic. And you have this, this loop right here at the end. So that's pretty cool. There's a little bit pointy, so be careful. You could snap that. He does have these crossed arms right here, which has some pretty consistent paint because you have the skin tone, which is a matte color, going on to his sleeves right there, and there is no splotching from what I can see, so that's really nice. And this is a similar system with some of the Dragon Ball figures like Vegeta and whatnot that have the alternate arms. So those arms do pop off. Now, from what I understand, this is the QB face. Please don't roast me in the comments too much. Probably got that wrong. But, as you can see, this has the red eyes, the fangs, or the sharp teeth right there. The nice markings, as you can see on his cheeks. The blonde hair also comes through pretty nice as well. It's really yellow, But all that paint and detail going on in here. Even there's some scrunches where you can see around his nose, looking really good. And you do also have the little bit of detail going on in the actual teeth, not just paint, but sculpting too. So all that looks really nice. We have this more screaming attack face with his blue eyes right there. This also looks really nicely. Tongue and the mouth is really nicely painted. There's no splotching there. It could be easy to mess that up a bit, but the white for the teeth does not look like it's bleeding into the red. So that looks really good. Same thing, red going into the white. You have the markings on his cheeks. Again, a little bit of detailing I forgot to mention on the sideburns right there. And of course the ears. Now this is a more comedic shouting face. I really like this one. That's pretty hilarious. You can see it actually has some pretty good paint and detail in the mouth once more. Just wanted to give a quick look at that. And then this is a more stern, stoic face, which has some pretty good paint. It's just one little dash of paint really going into the mouth there, but it does look nice. It's not too off-centered or anything. And the eyes, again, right here look really good.
So Naruto came packaged with the grinning face here, and I think it looks really good. All these faces are pretty consistent when it comes to the paint apps and whatnot. The blue eyes come through really well. You also have markings on the cheek that look great. The teeth also look nice. You can see the separated line. Separating teeth right there looking good. Hidden Leaf Village marking on his headband looks really good with that nice silver metallic paint going on in there. All of that looks good. And this is actually, I believe it is sculpted in. Yeah, I can feel it with my thumbnail. It is sculpted in there. He has this nice yellow spiky hair. It's not too uncomfortable when you're messing around with it, so that's good. The headband here also comes through really well. I don't know if it wants. It does move, so that's actually 6. That way you're not worried about breaking it or anything. This part of the hair is attached to the neck, so in some poses that could look a little weird, but mostly, if you need to get the head up, all of that shifts together really well. So I do like how they did that. Of course, there's the gappage right there for the neck that could look, not amazing, but it still looks pretty good when you're doing it like that, honestly. Now, the outfit, I have no idea what exactly it would be called, but it looks really good, going all the way surrounding his neck there. As you can see, the zipper looks really good too, all the way straight down. His jacket here looking really nice with that nice silver paint. They actually sculpted the top zipper right here looking really good. Now, you'll notice with a lot of S.H. FIguarts figures that they're mostly molded in this color, but it does look good. There might be a few actual paint apps in the molding here. So even though it doesn't look like there's much paint, it still doesn't look bad, I don't think. The sculpting also makes up for it when it comes to the detailing and whatnot. You can see the wrinkles in his arms right there, all the way up to his shoulders. And he actually came packaged with the fists as well. And then we have this right here, which has some nice silver on the left shoulder here. The brown on the paint. The silver might be going on to the brown a little too much, but
it's not too noticeable. Here's the back symbol, which has really nice red paint on there. It's not splotching anywhere on here. But there's some weird, if you can see that, if I can actually focus on there, where my fingernail is, there's some weird, albeit pretty small, like excess plastic or something going on here around the symbol. So that's a little weird. I scratched some of it off carefully earlier with my fingernail, and some of it was coming off and some of it stays there. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I have to mention there's actually some lines sculpted right there around the neck, as you can see. Now, get down to the rest of the torso. They have some separated lines sculpted in here where the orange meets the black. Biggest thing right there, you see around the area that would have a waistband, is some yellow. I don't know what's going on there, so that is not my favorite. It's a little unfortunate. I feel like some of the paint is a little sloppy here too. You can see where there's like this black line. You can see a little bit of orange seeping through, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. This, though, is not, to me, is not as bad as this. I mean, yeah, it's pretty minuscule, but that's still annoying, you know? So that's unfortunate. But he has this pouch here. It's nice light brown that actually has a hinge on there, or ball joint actually, so that's good. He has some pockets sculpted onto his outfit. The rest of the orange, it looks like there's actual shading in the orange. So let me back out a little bit and you can see this a little bit more. If I might have to turn it down a bit. There's like darker orange when you get in closer towards the crotch, honestly, and lighter orange when you're going towards the outside of the thigh and the hips. That looks really good. They do it throughout pretty much the rest of the figure. There's some darker, it's a little bit more subtle in like parts like the calf right here, but there is shading in there and it looks really good. So I dig that. And of course the wrinkles come through really nice on the pants too. So all that is really sick. This other pouch right here, it is just a soft plastic pouch, but doesn't have any, from my understanding, no articulation. So be careful when you might be able to rip that off eventually and then have to super glue that back. I do like the whatever's going on with these wrappings around his leg. Again, man, I don't know what the exact terms for this outfit is. I apologize. It looks like some of the white's going onto the black right there, but that's not that big of a deal. At least it's, you know, these two colors are supposed to be next to each other. Unlike, you know, whatever's going on here. I know I'm making a bit too much of a big deal about that, but that's really annoying. But that, you know, the actual sculpting on the strap and the wrappings here are really nice. And now, I don't know exactly what these shoes are supposed to be called, but they look like sandals. And the toes come through really nice with that paint right there. And it might be a little inconsistent because it's like a matte color here, which is more of like a glossier type of like molten material when you see the ankles there. But the actual sculpting on these shoes, man, they look fantastic. All these intricate details and whatnot. And then that's the bottom right there. Nice treading too, so I really dig that. All this, man, this is a very nice looking piece that has lots of great sculpting for the actual outfit throughout the whole figure. The one thing I want to mention is that this is a pretty loose piece right here. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I did something wrong or not. But this here is pretty loose, a little too much to my liking. You can see some pockets there, so you know, I guess it serves a purpose because there's some actual details it's covering up if you push it down. But yeah, sometimes when you want to move it around too much, this can be a little distracting. Anyway, articulation-wise, it's actually really good. It's on its standard neck ball peg system that goes up like that. And actually, the down is not amazing here. It does do side to side, of course, a swivel, and that face just popped off. But also, of course, this piece moves. Now, the forward motion, like I was talking about a second ago, wasn't amazing. However, you also have the separate neck joint here at the body going into the torso. So that allows for even better range of motion because it had, even though it's a little bit hindered in some areas like the swivel, it helps with the forward and back motion. Butterfly joints, these pieces are pretty loose here, but that's so that it doesn't get in the way of articulation too much. You can see here, forward and back, up and down a lot. As you can see, you can pivot like that. Arms go all the way around, in and out. Separate arm swivel here, double jointed elbows. It has the standard wrist articulation system, so it swivels like this, and then you can hinge it make it go in and out like that, or up and down. Ball jointed waist, so it can swivel a little bit like this, side to side. It can pivot like that. And then forward and back up here. It's a little bit hindered, but this waist has better swivel forward and back and side to side, allowing for a lot of range of motion in the torso. Legs can go forward that much, and they go back actually a good amount too. And then they have the in and out joint like that, looking really nice. Upper thigh swivel here, double jointed knees. And then we do actually have a separate calf swivel, but also a separate swivel, as you can see at the ankle. It does have the ankle rocker. It's almost more of a traditional pivot, but it is more of like though it's going into there just to make it an actual rocker. So that's good. The up and down right there, as you can see. Hopefully that wasn't too blurry. And then we do have a toe hinge.
For size comparisons, I have a couple of other S.H. FIguarts figures right next to Naruto. On the left, that is Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. On the right, that is Son Goku, that a lot of us have by now. Far left, that is Marvel Legends Black Suit Spider-Man. Far right, that is Star Wars The Black Series, first ever version of The Mandalorian. Now, as you can see, the S.H. FIguarts figures are a little bit different in height. I mean, they're different characters with their own unique heights, so they're not going to fit in scale entirely like how some Marvel Legends do and whatnot. I believe the sizes here are accurate with Yuji and Naruto. I assume it's also the same with Goku, but they're all pretty close in scale with each other, but they're usually going to be a little bit shorter than Star Wars The Black Series, and definitely going to be a bit shorter than Marvel Legends. Overall, even though I know jack all about this series, which I might need to change that soon, this is a very fun figure. I think they did a great job updating this figure from what I've seen with previous releases. I think a lot of you Naruto S.H. FIguarts collectors are going to be very happy with this figure. It comes with a lot of really nice accessories for the price you're paying. Great detail and sculpting on those accessories, as well as the figure itself. And the paint apps, for the most part, are good. I have a few splotches on mine that were pretty annoying. It is a little bit cheaper than some of the other S.H. FIguarts figures, but, you know, these imports figures are supposed to be nicer quality, or at least a little bit nicer quality than stuff with like Marvel Legends and Star Wars, the Black Series and whatnot. It is still a really nice figure. I think a lot of you Naruto fans, like I said, are going to have fun with the new updated figures. Hopefully, they're going to commit with this line a little bit more than they did previously. They're making Kakashi. They just announced him. They teased him this week, so hopefully they'll make even more figures. Until then, if you're looking to get this one here, this one released about the same time as Sasuke. I'll leave links down in the description below where you can order this or pre-order it if it's still up for pre-order, and Sakura should be out later this year. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends, follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.